Welcome back again, guys. It is the match review, of course, from the game today between Wolves against Newcastle, which ended in a 1-1 draw as well. So, yeah, it'd be great to get your thoughts on the match today as well, guys. And I'll be giving my thoughts on the game today as well. And I thought we did very well today. I thought we really, really did. We really got at Wolves a lot of the game. Wolves at times just had to defend for their lives, pretty much a lot in the second half, which they really, really did as well. The goal from Neves was a cracking goal, I've got to say. No chance of Nick Pope saving that, I've got to admit. But we should have had a penalty before that. How's that not a penalty when Sean Longstaff's blatantly getting his shirt pulled? I must say. Again, just no consistency at all from the referee officials and from VAR at all. There's just no consistency at all for them as well. So, there you are. I've got to admit, Fabian Schär was lucky to stay on the pitch. I've got to admit as well. It was a bit of a dangerous challenge he went in with. Seen Reds given them for that. I really, really have. And he's lucky that he hasn't he's not walked. I've got to admit. But delighted he stayed on the pitch as well, I've got to admit. But very lucky boy, I've got to admit. The goal from ASM was absolutely fantastic. It really, really was, wasn't it? Look at the way he just... Oh, half volley as well. The keeper just stood there and didn't make a move a muscle. And it goes past him and we're back in the game at 1-1. It's just an absolute stunning goal it was there from ASM. It really, really was indeed. So that was great to see. Because he deserved a goal at some point after showing his magnificent performance against Manchester City last week. You've got to think that the goal's going to come from him at some point. And came the day against Wolves, so which was absolutely fantastic. It was, and brilliant to see as well. There was no Bruno the day because of an injury. And that's a bit of a gut. Sean Longstaff for me, he wasn't too bad the day, but just something not right with Sean Longstaff at the moment as well. That was the thing. So good. Chris Wood, again, did okay at times. But I've got the feeling Isak will be in that side very, very soon when his work permit is sorted out. Hopefully, it's very, very soon. Again, hopefully Bruno is not out for too long as well. It was just a little niggle, so we'll just thought, right, let's not risk him into this game. So we'll just keep him to not play him in this game, and hopefully he could be ready for possibly Liverpool or Crystal Palace next Saturday. We've got some comments coming in. Hope you well. Lewis, hope you well. Thanks for giving your thoughts after the game as well. Joseph, you sent a link. Not this time, mate. Sorry. Jay, good evening. Hope you well. Again, what a goal. It certainly was a goal, wasn't it, Matthew? I mean, just the way he struck that ASM was absolutely magnificent. It really, really was. And Lewis York says 2-2. And yep, absolutely. As well, it just... That's probably one of the best goals Maxey's has scored at this football club. It really, really is. As well. And Lewis says no problem. Maxey had another chance after that as well, which was saved by the keeper. Elliot Anderson could have won with the game. Oh, his header hit the bar of all places. Who looked very sharp when he come on, I've got to admit, Elliot Anderson. So, just unlucky not to score that. Oh, Joseph says I will take a point on Wednesday. So would I, mate. We got a point at Anfield. That will be absolutely brilliant. But Liverpool coming off the back of a 9-0 win against Bournemouth. Well, this is not... We're not Bournemouth. We're better than this now. We should be going into this next game with no fear at all. No fear at all. So, hopefully, that. Best goal in the Premier League so far. ASM, I think it's definitely one of his best goals. I've got to admit, it really, really is. Indeed. So, there you are. But again, if you do enjoy this live show of today's match review, please, of course, do stick the thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel or if you enjoy the content and you're not yet subscribed, you can donate to the channel as well through Super Chat. And if you'd like to become a member, of course, of the channel as well, you can click the join button as well. We've got to have a talk about a certain person called Luke Edwards in a way as well. I mean, what the hell when he tweeted that after the game? I mean, come on, man. I mean, if anyone didn't see it, this is what he said on his Twitter after full time. It was just, I can't stand the bloke, I've got to admit. Should not be anywhere near this football club. This is what he said. This is a performance we can only hope is bad enough that it means we won't have to see this awful Saudi Arabia national team kit again. For God's sake, man. It's just pathetic, man. I can't stand the bloke. He tweets so much crap about Newcastle United these days. He just tweets so much rubbish. I can't stand the bloke at all now. I just can't stand him. He's just just any word you could describe what he is, because I can't stand him anymore. I just really, really can't. He just spouts out so much rubbish to the club, the fans, everything about Newcastle United. Him as well. And sorry, Luke Edwards. There'll be more games. Still be games. We'll be wearing our third kit still. As well. There'll be more games when we'll be wearing our third kit, mate. So there you are. Well, at least we're still 7 in the Premier League. Absolutely, we are. Just click for views. Yeah, that's what he's probably just coming out with stuff like that for. Bottom feeder. Yeah, absolutely. Again, he's just like, why does he have to come out with? Stop coming out with all this rubbish, for God's sake. Joe Lynn's at the house. Hi, PD. Hope you're well as well. But I've had enough of Luke Edwards' crap in a way as well. Again, I thought the performance was nothing really wrong with it. Yes, we're great at some parts, but imagine this was under Steve Bruce still. Our heads would have went down as soon as we went behind, and would be no chance of getting back in the game as well. But we were definitely looking to get back in the game. We were having opportunities. Again, Wolves had to defend for their lives pretty much a lot of the game, as I mentioned, well into that second half. They really, really had to as well. Again, the Wolves goal that was disallowed, and it was rightly so disallowed as well. You could see the push on Ryan Fraser. So, yeah, that was the correct decision. That wasn't given for Wolves. So, there you go. And Ruben Neves, what was he coming out and saying after the game as well? I mean, let's have a look at that as well, because it's just, what the hell, man? So their style of play is like that, just long balls and second balls. They're a team that don't like to have the possession too much. We knew that. We had quite a bit of possession in the game, actually. Okay, but you had the day, Ruben. I know you scored a cracker, but when did you go to another game after that? Bloody hell, man. Because everyone hates us. Yep, there you are. Hey, all. You're right, Daniel. You are. Fair enough. One comment about the leg breaker. What could have been? Yeah, I admit that was a good point he came out with, over Ruben Neves, because that could have been a red card. It could have well have been a straight red card. It looked quite high. The studs are definitely showing. And when you're going with your studs showing, you're asking for trouble. 9 times out of 10, you're asking for trouble. That's the thing. Mavi says 64%. Well, there you are. That's a possession we had as well. So there you are. But yeah, but again, the lineup, we expected what it kind of pretty much wanted to be. We had a feeling it was going to be Sean Longstaff as soon as that Bruno wasn't travelling with the squad today. We all knew that probably Chris Wood was definitely going to be starting as well, when we know Wilson's out injured and Isak's with permanent hasn't arrived yet. So there you are. But imagine if we had liked Wilson on the plane today, if he was fit. The same with Isak, if he's work permitted, came through in time. Or if Bruno was playing the day, if he wasn't injured as well, we could have possibly won that game as well. I don't think Wolves would have coped with him. I mean, Joe Linton in the midfield again was brilliant. Again, he was fantastic again in that midfield. Look at the way he could just control that midfield now, where he's been made to play. So there you are. Yeah, you are. Joe Willock, I thought wasn't too bad. He should have scored that opportunity though. I've got to admit, he should have went for the far corner and he went for the near post and he put it wide. But wasn't too bad the day, I've got to admit. Lewis says we were waiting for last minute for the work payment to come through. Yep. I mean, that was it, and it hasn't come through, and it didn't come through in time, and that's why he couldn't play the day, unfortunately. I think it's time we get rid of Longstaff. Again, I said he wasn't too bad, but it's just not been good enough from him lately, has it? I mean, that's the problem. He signed that new contract, and he's going to have to really stop performing up in his performances because they're not good enough at the moment. They just really haven't been good enough a lot of the time. To me, Anderson, if Bruno is not fit for Liverpool or Palace, Anderson should get that opportunity now. He should start. Look at the way when he came off the bench. Unlucky not to score. You could see where he was putting himself about as well. And I thought he did absolutely very well. Again, this is a young lad who's now got potential at this football club. It really, really has. Philip, Peter, how's it going? Hi, Philip. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thanks. Hope you're well. What did you think of the game of the day, man? If he's not good enough, drop him into the academy. You would like to again, like what Eddie Howe did with the likes of Dwight Gale, Jeff Hendrick, Kieran Clark, Matty Longstaff, etc. Because if you think that he knows they're not good enough, they haven't got a future at this football club. And if we keep seeing like poor performances from the likes of Sean Longstaff, as well, then that could well happen. Really could well happen. As well, Jacob Murphy, when he came on, not too bad, but again, he's a player. It's just very disappointed me so far a lot as well. So, but he wasn't too bad when he come on. You can't really see anyone had a shocking game today. You can't see any player of us had a really shocking game for us today. So there you are. Philip says, I'm good, thanks. St. Maximum, cracking finish, good point for us. Yep. I think a lot of fans said they were happy to take a point as soon as the lineup got announced when we hear it. There's no Bruno. Of course, we knew Wilson was injured and Chris Wood was starting up front as well. So there you are. Joe Linton says, get rid of Longstaff, Murphy, Wood, and Dummett. Yeah, some of those players are just not good and really good enough anymore. Dummett, again, in the cup game, he's not got any pace now as when he has. But again, those players are just playing for their futures now with this club because they've got the feeling they could be well out the door, whether it's in the January or come the end of the season. There you are. And we all know about Dubravka. He wasn't on the bench today, so that's giving me the feeling he's definitely away now. Again, he's been a fantastic goalkeeper for us. So I'm slightly disappointed that he wants to leave, but if he's lost his first team place out to Nick Pope in England #1, and Nick Pope has been an excellent signing so far for us. So that's why he's got ahead of Dubravka now. So there you are. So yeah, with all due respect to Dubravka, you can understand why he wants to move away to get game time now because he's not getting it at the moment now. So there you are. Joe Linton says we should sell Dubravka, not loan him. That's the thing. Even the club said they would rather do a permanent deal than a loan deal as well. And if Lewis has got a good point there as well. He's not going to get played at Man United. Yeah, I'm a bit baffled that it's Man United because he's going to go there to sit on the bench like he's been doing with us. At the moment, I can't see him getting ahead of David De Gea. The only way he's going to get ahead of David De Gea is if David De Gea has some stinking games upcoming. But there you are. Philip says Isak and Anderson to start against Liverpool if Bruno is injured. Why not? Particularly Anderson, I thought, look at what he did when he come on, even though he didn't come on with loads of time remaining in the game. But look how he was sharp and all that. He was unlucky not to score. He hit the bar. maybe he's going more money for Dubravka. I'm not so sure. But again, we'll wait and see. But it looks like Dubravka is definitely heading out the door now by the looks of it. So there you are. I'm just going to give all our team 10 out of 10 because the officials of VR are just terrible. Penalty that wasn't given. A red card for Schär that wasn't given. And Fraser push unspotted. fair play to you, Taggy. There. But yeah, I agree. The VR on the referee were not good, great the day. The penalty, I don't know how that was given. You can see the Schär pulling. Fabian Schär, as I mentioned, he's looking to be on the pitch still. And the Fraser push was unspotted. That should have been done straight away, that, in my opinion. Bournemouth have lost 3-0, 4-0, and 9-0 and are still above Everton. Absolutely, they are. According to Mary Port Mag. They still are. So there you are. That's the thing. But the thing is, even though Liverpool won 9-0, we should not be going to this game with any fear at all. So, because look how far we come. Look how far we've come now as a team, as a club now. So we should be going into the Liverpool game. We know it's going to be hard, but we really should be just giving it a go out there. Lewis says, let's laugh at Sunderland. We have lost their manager to Stoke. Yep, Alex Neil is off to Stoke. And it looks like the replacement could be Tony Mowbray as well. It's... So there you are. My phone is just a random guy. That's no problem, Lewis. So there you are. But let me know, guys, any other players you thought outstood for you the day as well. As I mentioned, ASM for me, Joe Linton in the midfield. I thought Botman was really good at centre-back as well. Trippier, again, really good as well. So there you are. But hey-o. Again, we're just waiting for the other comments to come in. Aston Villa looking really bad at the moment. Gerrard to be sacked. Villa are just so poor at the minute. Just so poor at the moment. Aston Villa, and it's something's not going right with them as well. And I'm hearing the fans are on Gerrard's back as well. So Lee Mason and VAR was okay. Yeah, he probably told to go and have a look at certain decisions, particularly the Fraser push one, as well. But actually, was VAR great? I don't know. But again, they didn't see. They thought the shirt pulling incident on Longstaff wasn't worthy of a penalty, and all you got to say is how Schär stayed on the pitch as well. Trippier, Botman, Burn, Joe Linton played well. Yeah, they did. Him as well. Taggy says, what I noticed, we look predictable, trying to get ASM on ball at any time for long spells. We weren't entertaining. Miggy on left. Yep, that was it. As well. I thought Miggy did well the day as well. I thought he really, really did. Preston, of course, he was trying to get balls in the box, but again, of course, Wolves having to defend for the times as well. They really, really had to. And Niall, good evening. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm very well. Thanks. You tell him, Pete, absolutely. Willock was sluggish the day. Again, he had that opportunity again, which he went for the near post and it was off target. He should have tried to gone for the far post, and that could have went in the back of the net. We could have well have taken the lead into this game. That was the thing. But it's a chance that's he should be taken. You really should be taking Joe Willock, but the thing is, we kept going, even though when we conceded, we were definitely getting back into the game. We really, really were. And I was when I was saying on with John on the watch along today, a goal is gonna come. A goal is gonna come, and it certainly did, and it was a cracking goal by ASM. It really, really was as well the day. Who was the captain if Trippier comes off, if our main captain isn't playing? Oh, good question. That's a good question. I'm not too sure who could it be, actually. I've got to admit, but hey-oh. Again, I think Trippier, he didn't come off injured. I think someone said he might have picked up an injury. ASM went off, was hobbling a little bit when he came off. But hey-oh. Mary Pubag, I can't see you comment on stream, but I can see it on YouTube. Big fight at Stadium is shite. The cups weren't burned. The fire didn't reach the canteen. Oh, bloody hell, man. And Lewis says, well, oh, no, your comments come from there now. Bloody hell. We might have to play a different system with these injuries we are picking up. We'll see. But anyhow, likes his formation and it's working. That is the thing. So there you are. Here you are. Let's go back to Lewis's comment. Could it be Nick Pope? It could be. It's a tough one, isn't it, guys? There you are. Do keep the comments coming in, guys. We've had quite a few comments definitely coming through tonight so far. So yeah, feel free to get them in there still, as well. So there you are. And again, if you're new if you're enjoying, guys, please do hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, as well. And if you can donate to the channel as well, and you can become a member of the channel, as well, definitely. So there you are. See, John's just done a video about Luke Edwards there. Again, I can't stand the Pratt anymore. I really just can't stand the Pratt anymore. I just can't. But there you are. Last part of the show, we'll definitely do the player ratings, of course, as well. So there'll be interesting ratings. I've seen some of the player ratings on the other channels as well, and some very interesting ones in there as well. Tiger says, Elliot Anderson, I think you should start against Liverpool instead of Longstaff. Absolutely. If Bruno's not fit, I would get Anderson in. I really would get Anderson in. I really, really would. I thought when he came on, there was something in him. I'm now wary of the Liverpool game with the injuries. Hopefully they're okay as well, and they're just like precaution to get them off when we needed to as well. So there you are. Hopefully we could see I'm up to my comments. So yeah, we could see Isak on Wednesday against Liverpool if the work permanent is sorted out. But hopefully, if not, he's got to be for Crystal Palace. Hopefully, he's got to be him as well. Because even though Woody wasn't too bad the day, again, he just doesn't fill people with a lot of confidence. That is the problem. So there you are. So hopefully, Isak is ready to play for us soon when this work permit is sorted. So there you are. I don't think anyhow will change the system against Liverpool on Wednesday night. But we'll wait and see. Could he rotate a few things? We'll just wait and see. I suppose. So there you are. Of course, do keep the comments coming in, guys. So I've had quite a few of them coming in the day so far. So there you are. Again, just let me know what your thoughts on the game as well. So, but there's some big interesting ones about Elliot Anderson. Should he start against Liverpool? And I think yes, he should. I really believe he should. He hit the bar as well. Oh, I thought that could have been in the first. Well, John was saying it because his stream was ahead of me so far. Oh, that could have been in. We could have won that game right at the end, but never mind. The free kick at the end was a waste, though, by Fabian Schär. A lot of people said, why didn't Trippier take it as well? I think because how close it was to the free kick, which is why Trippier didn't go for it, because he likes to do it over the wall. Is it where there's Fabian Schär? He can sort of do that, and he can't score them low down like he did against Spurs one time as well. Joseph says Anderson should start against Liverpool. I agree. If we get a point at Liverpool, I will be very, very, very happy. Absolutely, mate. Because we'll record down Anfield's pretty crap anyway as well, isn't it? It's not great, is it? I mean, we haven't won there since... Is it 1994? I think it could well be. But yeah. But if we got something at Liverpool, that would be great. I know we did in last year under Bruce with a 1-1 draw. So, but we were fantastic in that game. But there you go. But as long as we go in this game and just give it a real good goal, because why not? Because Liverpool didn't start off the season very well. They didn't. Well, yes, they won 9-0, of course, yesterday. But the fact is, that was Bournemouth they were playing. We're not Bournemouth. We're not like Bournemouth. That is the thing. So, yeah, well. But the game we're looking should be getting 3 points is definitely Crystal Palace at home. So, Mary Port says, just got back from the doctors. He told me I have to. Oh, just stop masturbating. He said, why? He said, I'm trying to examine you, God almighty. Isak won't get Bruce. I won't, because anyhow, just watch it. Will be Mike Bloody D doesn't Mike D doesn't do referees anymore, Lewis. He doesn't referee the games anymore, Lewis. So there you are. So he's not going to be on referee duty. He doesn't do the refereeing anymore. Possibly VAR, but not referee anymore. So, yeah, you all remember it was Mike Dean last time when we went to Anfield and we lost 3-1. Thank God for that. Absolutely, yep. So he won't be there. So there you are. We do player ratings with around about 50 minutes to go left of the show. So we'll be going almost half an hour. So there you are. But do keep the comments there coming in, guys. There's been some good. How many goals do you think Isak will get this season? Wow, that's a tough one. I hope he gets double figures. It's a possibility. It really is a possibility as well. Lewis thinks he's going to get 14. Wow. Wow. AJ, even in PD, unbeaten and massively improved team must count for something. Also, Maxi's goal was world class and still a chance of more signings coming in. Yep, I totally agree with that. We're still unbeaten in the league as well. Even the goal, we've got 1 win and 3 draws. But again, look at where we were last season. We were going absolutely nowhere pretty much. And look how we started the season off as well. So you know, ASM's goal was class. It really, really was. And there's a possibility of more signings as well. I think Deadline Day could get very interesting as well. I think we still need possibly a couple more in, or one at least, definitely, to come in as well. Again, the bench doesn't look fantastic as well. You've got to admit in terms of squad depth and quality, but there you are. Philip thinks Isak could get 11 goals this season. Well, again, we'll just wait and see. But I'm looking forward to see what he can do when he's available to play for us. Definitely. So there you are. But I think it could also limit Callum Wilson opportunities now if he comes back fit. Again, look how much we spent on this lad. And he's got it in. I think he's going to be playing him pretty much week in, week out. Lewis says, if we had Eddie Howe at the start of the season, last season, we could have finished in the Champions League place. We could have been, actually. I mean, look at the form we won last season under Eddie Howe in the second half of the season, starting from the Everton game. Look where we were. And we could have finished round about there on a possible European spot as well. Look how he's fantastic he's done at the club. He really, really has. He's been fantastically done at this football club as well. So there. Again, we're just waiting for some more comments coming through definitely as well. So there you are. Again, guys, please do hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and please do stick the thumbs up as well if you're enjoying the show as well. So there you are. Again, guys, I haven't had the opportunity to do my usual PD's football live show this week because with other things going on, and of course the game's been pretty close as well. So, but we should be back to it next Friday. That's the main thing. So you'll be able to get yourselves on there for that. It says, if we finish 7th, I will be happy because that's Europa Conference League, European football. Yep, I said we could. I've gone for 7th place as well. I think that would be great. I really, really think it could be fantastic for us if we did that. So, but there you are. And keep those comments coming in, guys. Julian says, "Let's go for 4th." You're just desperate for Champions League football, Joe Linton. Well done to the women because they won 2-0. Yes, they did. Newcastle United women won 2-0 against Stockport, I think it was. I think it was at Kingston Park it was playing as well. So they were well done to the ladies getting a win today. I think that's 2 games out of 2 they've won. So there you are. Yet the game was at Kingston Park as well against Stockport. So, yep, there you are. Who got the goals there for them? Georgia Gibson got 1. And Lauren Robson, they were the goal scorers for the women's side today. So well done to them. We have a go at Liverpool on Wednesday rather than just accept a defeat. Yep, that's it. You want to go in this game with no fear at all now. You want to just go for it as well. That is the main thing. I do think if we get 1 or 2 more and we could get 6, it's a possibility as well. I think our owners do have Europe in mind for next season and we still have another window to help with that. Absolutely, AJ. I think we may still get someone in on deadline day. There's possible we could make signings in the January transfer as well. It could get very interesting as well, and I might look to do probably a live show at some point during the last day of the transfer window, around about the evening time. So there you are. Lewis says, if we go out and go for it and get beat, so be it. Yep, as long as we go for it, that's the main thing. Bring in Pulisic on loan and a permanent defensive midfielder. I think Pulisic would be a great signing. I would admit for us, I really, really think you could well be. And a permanent DM I heard we're linked with is Alvarez. I think we've been linked with now. Because again, we're not in for Paqueta now in this window, and he's off to West Ham. And now by the looks of it, definitely. But Pulisic on loans are definitely a good shout there. And then possibly another defensive midfielder as well. So there. Julian says we need a DM as Shelby is getting older and that pushes Bruno more forward. Yeah, absolutely. It really, really does push Bruno a lot forward as well. So there. So we'll do play ratings in about almost 10 minutes time. So again, do keep those comments in, guys. It's great to get your thoughts as always and your thoughts on today's game as well, where we've picked up a point. We're still unbeaten this season at the moment, and ASM scores an absolute belter. There we go. Shibby did get Sakira before he went to Juventus, yeah. Or Zapata would have been a good choice from Atlanta. Dennis Sakira, yeah. Who Joe Linton is on about there. Zapata could have been a good choice there as well. So, but Sakira's a defensive midfielder. But what about this Alvarez we've been linked with as well? We'll just wait and see. Do you think there could be a twist in the James Madison link? Oh, I think that deals could be well and truly gone now, I've got to admit. Hopefully I'm wrong. You never know. Deadline day, something could happen as well, because Leicester's struggling. They can't get any new players in. So could that be Leicester to say, right, we need them some money in to try and spend it on some new players we've got? So again, Leicester sit right at the bottom at the moment. So City sit right at the bottom of the table, and they've got to play Manchester United next. on Thursday. So there. But Leicester really, really struggling as well. Well, it looks like they'll get some money for the Fofana deal now, because it looks like he's off to Chelsea. But Leicester do need to try and spend in this window now. Hopefully they can use some of that money they got for Fofana. Julian says Juventus paid $7 million for Sakira's young and great centre defensive midfielder. I wish we got him then. I've not really seen much of him, I've got to admit, to be honest. But hopefully we'll get another midfielder in possibly as well. If we did get Maddison in before Wednesday, he wouldn't need a work permit. No, he wouldn't actually need a work permit. So there you are. But I've got the feeling that deal could well and truly be done now and finished, and means we're not going to be going for him. I think Leicester don't really want to sell him as well. But you never know. Something could happen in the next few days still as well. So there you are. Get to keep the comments there coming in, guys. As well, we'll rattle through player ratings in about 8 minutes time. So there you are, when we've had about 45 minutes of the show. Again, let me know what you thought of today's game as well. If you've just tuned in as well. Yeah, for today as well, who was one of your best players who outstood for you? Who says the big Liverpool games is like on BT Sport the UK? Yeah, it is. The game is on BT Sport, the Liverpool game as well. But I'll be doing a watch along for that, and most likely John will join me for that one as well. So there you are. Yeah, but that game's definitely going to be on BT Sport as well. So there. Just wait for those more comments there coming through. Lewis says, man of the match for me, ASM. Yep, I think he was mine as well. Joe Linton's not far from there, even though I know Paul gave Joe Linton his man of the match as well. But look at the way he's just so good in that midfield now. He really, really is. Yeah, did lose the ball there sometimes, but again, he's working his bollocks off in that midfield there for us now. He really, really is. But there you go. Julian says, I do hope we replace Darlow, as he isn't good enough as backup. Yeah, kind of can understand as well. Darlow, I think by the looks of it, looks like we just may have to run down his contract, and then he goes on a free, something like that, possibly because of the wages he's on as well. Dubravka, see, Darlow's happy to be like that. Whether it's Dubravka is not, he would want to get games week in, week out. And of course, he's not getting them now because of Nick Pope into the football club as well. Loving our possession stats lately. Just can't wait to get Isak on the pitch. Absolutely. Look at our possession, how it's a lot better than it was under Cabachid. There you are. Donald makes me nervous when he plays. Yeah, I can understand. There was games, particularly a lot last season, where he was very disappointing and making basic mistakes as well. Lewis says, looks like we have to get a new goalkeeper. We'll see. We could well and truly do so. But yeah, it looks like Dubravka is definitely on his way out to the football club as well. So I thought Darlow didn't do an awful lot against Tranmere, particularly, did he? So there, but there you are. The player ratings we're doing about 5 minutes time. So keep coming in with those comments, guys, because again, it's always great to get your thoughts from today's game as well, definitely. But there you are. AJ says, I do believe Isak will lift the levels of the rest of the squad, which will be mind-blowing this season. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait to see him in action, and I think he will definitely get goals there for us. We will have to provide him service when he needs it, but I've seen some of the goals that he scored for Sociedad, and looks like they are incredible as well, definitely. So they are. Hope 2 more in. That's a possibility, Joe Linton. The Sky commentary was rubbish. I heard it was. Is it Don Goodwin and Bill Leslie who were the Sky commentators? I think they were the day. Do you think this season will be Wood's last? It could well be if there's no improvement from him. There could really, really well be as well. Philip says the Pedro move's looking unlikely. I've not heard anything to say it was off. That was again called according to Luke Edwards, but you know what he's like. He talks absolute tosh a lot of the time, week in, week out. Lewis thinks it could be off. Well, we'll wait and see. We should just wait and see. But we could do with another player or another white player as well, definitely. But we'll wait and see. But again, that was just down to Luke Edwards who tweeted that out. Where he said the Pedro deal could well and truly be off. So there you are. Taggy says Isak is that type of player who will bring players like Willock into areas and have a few shots also. Yeah, I agree with that. I've seen him where he's been known to do that, bring other players into play as well. And he can also set up chances as well. To be honest, I'm not bothered about the Pedro deal. I'd rather have a winger on loan and a DM. Yeah, I mean, if we got Pulisic on loan from Chelsea, that would be fantastic. As well, we could do with the midfielder. What will happen with this Alvarez? I've heard we've been linked with. Wait and see. Or there could be another one. I'll just try to put there. Other teams will fear playing us this season. How mental is that? Absolutely. They're not going to look forward to playing us a lot this season. Man City, in a way, we terrorized their defense, particularly in the games. Some other teams are not going to be looking forward to facing that as well. The Alexander goal against Barcelona. Yeah, I think I did see that. That was a really good goal, wasn't it? Yes. Well. So, especially it's James's. Yep, absolutely. Totally agree with that because we'll be right behind the lads and the lads are going to go for it now. Philip says, wishing Kraft all the best after the bad injury he suffered. Yeah, it looks like Emil Kraft is facing several months out in the treatment room on the sidelines. Again, he came out and said that as well on his social media that he was gutted, and he said he fears he's out for several months as well, and wish that didn't happen there to him. But we'll wish him all the best. And I hope his recovery goes very, very well. Indeed, just shows because he was a player really improving under Eddie Howe, and he picks up a serious injury against Tranmere. So now it's seeing how Mankio can do if Trippier gets injured again. We shall wait and see. But yeah, devastating injury in this FA Millcraft, and you can tell he was devastated by the injury himself. So there you are. As well, so we'll do play ratings in just under a minute's time. So let's see if we have any more couple of comments. When up to Kraft could be out for the rest of the season. Ooh, he could well be, but he could be out, and he could be out for several months as well. The likes of Chelsea, Spurs, and Arsenal will be fearful of us coming to St James's. Absolutely, yep. Payday will be missing Kraft to the health. Oh, Jesus, no. Payday, what is his injury? I know it's just a little niggle somewhere, but I can't remember. Again, I did watch Eddie this morning because I couldn't have the audio playing due to copyright rules. So I don't know what it was to, but it was just a little niggle he had, and that's why Bruno wasn't playing the day. So there you are. But yeah. Well then, guys, we'll do the player ratings now. So let's get into them. So here we are. Just to knock maybe so same for Liverpool. Yep, but if not, hopefully he's back for Crystal Palace. So there you go. But anyways, let's do the player ratings now. So let's start off with that man, Nick Pope. Couldn't do out about the goal. It was a cracking strike from Neves as well. And he could do out about it. But other than that, he knew where to go for the ball when he needed to. And some of the chances Wolves were having that were just going really towards him a lot of the time as well. So there you are. So yeah, Nick Pope did what he had to do in the game. So I'll give him a 7. On to the just rattle through some of these comments. Lewis is going for an 8 out of 10 for Nick Pope, not fair play, and Philip's going for an 8 as well for Nick Pope. Let's do that man, Kieran Trippier, on the right hand side, and I'm going to give Trippier an 8. He just another really good performance from Kieran Trippier. Does what he has to do, as well, and again, look what a signing he has been as well. He certainly does not play like a 31-year-old. He really, really doesn't, does he? He's still got it within him. And he's just been a fantastic signing there for us, hasn't he? He really, really has. Nick Pope. Kieran Trippier. So there you are. This is going for 8.6 out of 10 for Trippier. And Philip's going to give Trippier an 8 as well. Yep, that's a good one. On to this man, Fabian Schär. And I'm going to give Fabian Schär a 7. And that is because I thought he was lucky to stay on the pitch. Yeah, he was lucky to stay on the pitch. He could have been sent off. The tackle didn't look good. It was quite high, and the studs were shown as well. Very lucky to get away with that, Fabian Schär, I've got to admit. But other than that, he did well throughout the rest of the game, doing what he had to do, of course. So that's why I'll give Fabian Schär the 7, because he was lucky not to be sent off from the pitch. Joe Linton's goal for Trippier's corners were not the best to win at times. Trippier 7, fair play. Schär an 8, wow. Fabian Schär 6, and a 6 for Fabian Schär as well. I think that could be because he was lucky to stay on the pitch, Fabian Schär. Alongside him, Sven Botman, and I'm going to give Sven Botman an 8. I thought he did very, very well in the day. And it looks like he could be the centre-back pairing with Fabian Schär now, by the looks of it. He's quite tidy when it comes to defending. He's just really tidy when it comes to defending from Sven Botman. It really, really is. And it could well be Dan Burn may lose his place out at the starting 11 when Torge gets back in there as well. So there you are. So AJ's go for 7 for Schär. Julian's go for a Botman an 8. Botman a 9 for Conor Lewis. AJ a Botman as well. Now on to Dan Burn, and I'll give him a 7 as well. Did what he had to do. Nothing amazing, but again, just do what he had to do. But I've got the feeling it looks like he will lose his starting place now in that back four now when Target comes back in there. So there you are. But I'll give Dan Burn a 7. As we got, did I read that one? Burn a 6, 6.5. Philip's going for a 7 for Burn as well. Yeah, I totally agree with them as well. Onto the midfield. So Burn a high 6, yeah. Did what he had to do in the game at times, didn't he? So there you are. Midfield, so we'll start off with Sean Longstaff. It was okay, but it just wasn't great, wasn't it? I mean, he should have had a penalty given to him, to be fair, but yeah, it's just something not with Sean Longstaff a lot of the time, but there you are. So 5, I'll give Sean Longstaff a 5. It wasn't fantastic, was it? But it definitely wasn't his worst performance, so there you are. Jolin's gone for a 4 for Longstaff. Longstaff for 5.5. DG's gone for a 5 for Longstaff as well. Yeah, fair play as well. On to this man next, and that's Big Joe Linton. And I'm going to give Joe Linton an 8. I thought, again, just do what he had to do in that midfield. And he's just look how he's transformed into being a midfielder now, Joe Linton. As well. And of course he did lose the ball a couple of times, but he just works his bollocks off now in that midfield. Just do what he had to do as well. So that is why I'm going to give Joe Linton an 8. Phillips go for 5 for Longstaff. Joe Linton's go for a 10 for himself. Lewis an 8 for Joe Linton. And Phillips going for a 7 for Joe Linton as well. Look, not bad as well. Joe has to be a 9 for me. I know Paul gave him a 9 in his player ratings. So fair play. He did very, very well as well. So there you are. The last player in the midfield, that was Joe Willock. And I'll give Joe Willock a 7. had that opportunity in the first half, which he should have scored. He should have tried to went for the far corner, but he went for the near and he put it off target. But other than that, I thought he did well throughout the rest of his game. As well, he's starting to see what he can do now under Eddie Howe. It's his opportunity since Shelby's out injured, as well. So I think Joe Willock did pretty well. That he just should have scored that opportunity. He really, really should have. As well. So Julian's gone for a 7 for Willock. Willock a 5 according to Philip. Okay, Joe Whitlock high 7. Yep, that's good. Willock 6.5 because he got Megs for the goal. Oh, the goal, yes. Should he have looked to a thingy? Yeah, he could have done, but I didn't think Willock's game. I thought Willock's game was pretty good in the day, so that's why I'll give him the 7. Right, onto the attacking 3. So we'll start off with that man on the right-hand side, and that was Miggy, and I'm going to give Miggy an 8. I really thought Miggy did very well the day in terms of his pressing with the ball. Yes, he was getting balls in, which, fair enough, Wolves were having to defend for their lives a lot of the time. I've got to admit, so there you are, and I thought Miggy did very, very well once again today. So that is why I'm giving Miggy an 8. We believe he did very well. Miggy an 8 according to Joe Linton. Sorry, Willock. I knew what you meant, AJ, with you said Whitlock as well. Well, let's just go for a 10 for Miggy. Wow, okay, fair play. Phillips go for an 8 for Miggy as well. Miggy, a good 8 for me too. Yeah, why not? I thought he did very well today in terms of his pressing with the ball in particular. So there you are. So that's why I said I'm going to give Miggy the 8 as well. Now on to that man on the left, ASM, and he gets a 9. He gets a 9. His goal was superb. Again, his all-round play was absolutely superb as well. It really, really was. Indeed, had to carry on when he was getting tackled a lot. And he was picking up those knocks. But other than that, it was just did the stoppage time. But hopefully he's okay because he did hobble off a little bit as well. But ASM was my man of the match here for me. I thought the day he really, really was. His goal was superb. It really, really was superb from ASM the day. And Joe Litton's given me ASM a 10, and also Lewis has given ASM a 10 as well. Philip's going for a 9 for ASM as well. I thought he was just excellent the day, ASM. Hopefully, but now it's on a consistent basis. So if he's fit against Liverpool, he has to do it against them. To me, he should really go for it in this game, particularly up against Trent Alexander-Arnold, because I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold is good at defending. He's good at going forward, but I don't think he's good at defending. So I think if Maxi's fit for this game on Wednesday, Maxi could hopefully look at that as an advantage here for him as well. Definitely so, but we'll wait and see. And now on to the final man up front in the middle, and that was Chris Wood, and I'll give Chris Wood a 5. Had a chance where he rounded the goalkeeper as well, but this is just at times he's not getting into those areas where he should be doing. His holder play wasn't too bad yesterday, but yeah, wasn't a fantastic performance, was it? Jolin's give Chris Wood a 1. He was just going for a 4 for Chris Wood, okay? But I'm going to give Chris Wood a 5. Well, the substitutes, so they were... Got another comment. Phillips going for a 4 for Wood as well. Okay, fair play, yeah. Not brilliant it was it, from Chris Wood? Right, the substitutes, so we'll take on with this man first, Matty Target. Matty Target, 7. I thought he did pretty well when he come on, did what he had to do, and I think he will be back in the start lineup for the next game, no doubt about that, in my opinion. AJ Chris struggles as a lone striker. 5, fair play, yep. That's what is the thing. But don't play the position he's suited with. That's the thing. So there you are. Yeah, but I said with Matty Target, I'm giving him a 7. Did what he had to do when he come on. Target a 6, fair play. Matt 5.5. Target a 6 as well, fair play as well. I'm going to go on to Ryan Fraser, who was the next substitute after him as well. And I thought Fraser did well when he come on. as well. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I thought Fraser did very well when he come on. I've got to admit, Jimmy's been a little bit out the side. I've got to admit so, but hey ho, what can you do? As well, the other substitutes, of course, we had Jacob Murphy on. Again, not an awful lot, wasn't too bad. So a 6 for Murphy. Elliot Anderson came on again. I know it wasn't an awful lot of time, but I thought, look at the way he came on, and I'm going to give Anderson an 8. I'm going to give Elliot Anderson an 8. Look at how sharp he was when he come on, and to me, he should start in the next game up in centre midfield. If Bruno is not fit for the next game, I would get Elliot Anderson in. I really, really would as well. So there you are. To be commentators, go for 6 for target. Fraser at 6, Ryan at 7, Philip at 7, Fraser at high 6. Fair play. Jacob at 5, Murphy 1 terrible. Anderson at 7. I thought he looked sharp. Murphy at 6, Elliot an 8 according to Lewis and Elliot Anderson. Anderson has to be an 8. Yeah, that's why I've given him an 8. I was very unlucky with that as well. And the last substitution was Matt Ritchie, but right in the stoppage time. So now we're not going to mark him as well. Now we'll go on to that man there, Eddie Howe, and I'm going to give Eddie Howe a 9. In terms of his lineup, we expected what it to be as well, and I thought we really got at Wolves today. I really, really thought we did. We're a little bit disappointed we didn't take a majority of our chances, but Wolves having to defend for their lives at times, they really, really had to as well. And again, Eddie Howe, we've started the season unbeaten, and we're sitting quite higher in the table as well. Hopefully we could start turning some of these slightly draws into wins now, which I really have the confidence we really, really start to do that, in my opinion. Maybe not against Liverpool, but Crystal Palace should be looking for 3 points out of that one. So there you are. Second man of the match, Elliot. He did well when he come on. Richie a 1. Well, wasn't on with a lot of time. Eddie Howe a 6. Ooh, I think that's a bit harsh there, Joe Linton. Richie not applicable, yeah, because he wasn't on. Eddie a 9.5. Philip Howe an 8. Late subs, fair play, but you could have looked to see. Should have got Anderson on a lot more early, I would have thought, and he could have maybe got himself a goal. But hey ho. But I'm giving Eddie Howe a 9 because again, we expected what it was going to be from him, definitely. So there you are. Eddie's outstanding consideration is minimum time with us, 9. Yep. Absolutely. So there you are. Philip says, I'm now off Peter. Take care. Bring on Liverpool as well. So there you are. Anyway, guys, that is it for tonight's match review and play ratings show. Again, if you have enjoyed this, of course, please do stick the thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, or if you are enjoying the content and you're not yet subscribed. You can still donate to the channel as well. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel as well, feel free to do so. As well, just have a look for some more comments there coming in quickly before we just wrap up. As well, so Anderson and Togger should have came on a lot earlier. They could have done, yeah. Hopefully, Togger will be back in the start lineup. I have no doubt about that. And Anderson, if he doesn't start the next game, he should be coming on a lot more earlier. But I wouldn't see Anderson getting a start. He looked very, very sharp when he came on. What we got coming up on the channel, of course, we'll have preview to the Liverpool game. Of course, Tuesday as well, I've got the Premier League review show, so feel free to tune into that. We're going to get other guests on for that show, so that'll be going live about 8 o'clock as well. We'll have the watch along for the Liverpool game with myself and John, as always. So if you do, make sure you do keep yourself subscribed, hit the notification bell for where we do go live and any other videos that come out as well. So there you are. Now let's take points from Liverpool. It's going to be tough, but let's go into this game with no fear and just go for it. So there you are indeed. Anyway, guys, thank you so much again for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend and enjoy yourselves on this bank holiday tomorrow as well, whatever you've got planned as well. And I shall see you guys all later. Take care of yourselves. And again, as I mentioned, enjoy your weekend and your bank holiday as well. See you later, guys. Good night. Take care.